Alright, welcome back everyone. Hey y'all, it's Joey again. Me and my buddy were sitting around the night before last and we're talking about ESEE handle scales and the ergos and all that kind of stuff. And the only place that I know of that makes handle scales for like the BK series, besides the BK series, the brown ones that you get all the time, is the Knife Connection, the BK series and the ESEEs. The Knife Connection, I don't know, I think he changed the website's name, but anyway, I've talked to him before and I've seen, you know, their elaborate G10. Some of it looks good, some of it's too out there for me. But anyway, basically, he gave me this ingenious idea to just like change out the scales I already had on my different knives because like the SE5 was too blocky for my hand. I wear medium to large size gloves if they're hunting gloves. And large to extra large in the hospital because the latex or even the non-latex gloves, my hands sweat a lot, so they're hard to get on. So anyway, I have medium to large size hands, I would say. The SE5 is a little blocky for me. And the SE4 handles are still too short and too flat, but aesthetically pleasing enough to swap out on these two models I have. Okay, so I have the carbon steel one here, the original. And this is the one I carry where I used to carry a lot and just put it in my pocket. I didn't have a clip or anything. It slid down in my front pocket. This one is the one I did a review on that had these handles on it, which is the stainless steel, the 440C. The 440C, now I'll carry it more because I like the micarta better than the G10. The G10, I just don't like ESEE's G10. Even the guy from the Knife Connection said that the G10 that he makes feels about like ESEE's G10. Someone tell me in the comments if they have any of the G10 from the Knife Connection. I'm still interested in it to an extent to get maybe a pair for the SE4 and maybe my Azula because they are too small for my hands. But anyway, I like the canvas, the linen micarta better than the G10 because my hands sweat. And I also live in Louisiana, so they sweat even worse when I'm outdoors because of the humidity. All right, so I really want to carry this one outdoors because it's inexpensive compared to a lot of the other ESEEs. This is like, you can get it for around 90, as low as 90 plus shipping. This is the 440C version, and I just think that with the liners, it pops pretty cool. And it just looks pretty cool with this on it. You can see where I used Tough Glide and gun oil on these blades, which this one I've never coated and it's never had any rust issues. Now, I've only used it in the kitchen, and I know that's sad, but I just didn't want to carry it outdoors because of the G10. I was like, man, you know, I'd just rather get I'd just rather have my micarta handles. So anyway, that all we did was swap out the handles from the the two knives. And this is the original, and it's ground down a little bit. I used a work sharp on most of these. Just be real careful, and you'll still get amazing, sharpness. Don't just go straight down. I did a video on it anyway. Don't lift up on the handle or do all that because it's just gonna, you know, you can lift up some, but right when you get to that tip, you better straighten it back out or you're going to round your tip off. But anyway, I've used this a lot on the work sharp. I've used this knife a lot. And you see the coating. It's ridiculous. It hasn't come off. Now, I haven't batoned a whole lot of wood. In fact, I don't think I've batoned any wood with this. But I have skinned game with this. And I have used it to cut trimmer line and stuff like that. I know I said that in another video with my pocket knives. But sometimes I just want to carry a fixed blade, and it depends on where I'm at and what I'm doing. I'll forget which knife I have in my pocket, so I just use what I got. Anyway, it's cut mainly a lot of paracord to kind of lash 3D camo and burlap to my deer stands and stuff like that, and shaved off, you know, spears and everything like that, like just playing around in the woods. But I'm not a bushcrafter yet. I want to be. I'm a wannabe. They have some books on Amazon that look pretty interesting, so I'm going to check those out. Anyway, back to the subject again. Haven't seen those two knives. I have the SE5 and the SE6. Generally, this is the SE5. Generally would have the micarta. Okay, and this ESEE micarta is the best I've ever felt. out of micarta, the canvas micarta. This is the linen micarta on the orange blade, and I think it pops a hell of a lot more. The only thing is the liners don't really pick up as much, but that's okay, because what it does is these linen micarta handles are actually thinner than the canvas micarta ones. I don't know if you can tell, but they are. So, was that straight? I'm trying to get it straight. Anyway, basically this knife is 3/16 inch. This knife is 4/16 inch. So a 1/4 inch to 0.188 or yeah, whatever, 5 millimeters. So basically you're adding thicker handles to this one to give it a little better purchase, even though it's not perfect purchase. And then with this one, it felt blocky in my hand with the canvas, and just by a little bit of change, this actually feels awesome now. And I'll be more inclined to use it. Now I have been rubbing these down with the MP Pro 7, I think. I forgot exactly what kind of gun oil. It's a new gun oil. You can get it at Walmart and Academy. That I picked up and started using. And I haven't seen any rust on these blades yet. Now I was using the Tough Glide, the Marine Tough Glide, and I'll be damned if I was still getting rust spots along the blade edge, which kind of sucks because you got to take it and use the work sharp to get the rust off, because I've cut myself too many times trying to get a old wash rag or something and sit there with metal glow, and doing this is just kind of iffy. I mean, and then you don't have as much dexterity if you put on leather gloves or pigskin gloves. I have pigskin right now, it's just cheaper than leather to use. But anyway, that's just to say. And I also noticed on this one that there is a rust spot from using the gun oil. I don't know if that's going to pick up. I hope it does. It's not much, it's one little spot, but I mean, I just coated these things down like maybe a week ago, and I did the whole blade on this one because of the laser etching, and I don't see any rust come up on the laser etching, but along that blade edge, I always find some rust, and there is a little bit of rust there. I mean, if that did pick up, I'll wipe it off as good as I can. It's still there, it's rust. And this has not been carried outside or carried on my person since I wiped it down. So that's just to say it's been in my house in a controlled, air-conditioned environment. That's pretty sad. But, it has its trade-offs. Everybody knows about carbon versus stainless. It's more shock resistant. It's better for wilderness survival to me, even here in Louisiana. I mean, if I have to carry a small bottle of rim oil or whatever it takes, I mean, actually I have them in my bug out bags, but I don't carry them on me when I go out in the woods. So I don't plan on getting stuck out there. Anyway, I got a new one. This is just a newbie, real quick, a plus. And the only reason I'm showing you this knife is, for one, it's brand new. And I have 3 reasons. 1, it's brand new. 2, it is the first canvas micarta that I like as well as ESEE's. This is the Ontario Blackbird SK5. It's been out for a long time. I think it was 2012 it made Field and Stream Knife of the Year or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do my research somewhat. I'm not an expert by no means. I'm not nothing fancy and don't want to be. I don't get paid by YouTube. I do these reviews for friends and because I love knives and I love the things that I do reviews on. And I watch. That's mainly what I watch on YouTube. And I have my favorite guys on YouTube, just like you do. My favorite's probably Aaron from Gideon's Tactical. He's like so upbeat all the time, and he's just cool. And I'd like to meet him. You always have these guys that are kind of like semi-celebs that are on YouTube that you'd love to meet. Also, another guy I'd love to meet is Israel from We All Juggle Knives. He seems like a cool guy, and seems like he'd be interesting to talk to, especially since he was in knife fighting and all that. And yeah, I know you can't beat a gun with a knife. We're not talking about that. But anyway, okay, so the first reason was that it's new to me and it's stainless. So I'm hoping that, and I haven't wiped it down, and I've had this about a week and there's no rust on it whatsoever. and I've only carried it outside once. I haven't really used it yet at all. So I know people make fun of people that say, oh yeah, this knife is great, and I hadn't used it. Well, I know it's great because I've seen too many reviews on it, right? I mean, damn, I've seen this knife's been out for 3.5 years. Actually, I think it came out in 2011 and hit the market well, really good in 2012. And the third reason that I'm showing you this is because there's this guy called Armor Sheaths. His name's Jesse. He's called Armor Sheaths on eBay, and he made me a sheath for my K-Bar BK7. And I'm going to do a review soon on that, and I'm excited about it. And he's making me a sheath right now for this one. And I cannot wait to show you that sheath because I have a lot of top sheaths, and I've had a lot of ESEE sheaths, cold steel, all of it Kydex. So even though cold steel seems like a mix between some kind of polymer, plastic, and Kydex, that's why they probably call it Securex. I don't know. I don't know exactly if it's pure Kydex. It doesn't feel like it. Same for SOG. I have SOG. I've got it doesn't matter. Anyway, I have a lot of Kydex and sheaths similar to Kydex, and this sheath that he sent me blew my mind. So I'm going to do a video on that coming soon when I actually have somebody to film me and I don't have to stand here in front of the camera. But stay tuned for that, and God bless. Thanks for subscribing. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. I just like seeing subscribers. You know, my goal is 100 right now. I think I'm at 93. And I'm an RN. I'm not trying to make money off of YouTube, like I said. I just like seeing that, hey, my video's got some hits, and if I can help anybody out with my reviews, or if somebody has a question or a comment or something that might be helpful for me or for you, comment. And I read all my comments. And actually Google Plus, you know, they alert you for that. So to let you know you have a comment. So anyway, I hope y'all have a blessed day, a blessed week, and a good life. I'll see y'all soon, and just wait on that Armor Sheaths review because yeah, I think you're going to be impressed. Hadn't seen too many videos on YouTube about that. So see you later.